Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Just wanted to go over last week, talk a little bit about this week to come. So last week we're getting started in our marketing discussion, looking at the role of marketing in healthcare. What is marketing versus public relations? How does marketing fit within our industry? Keeping in mind that we didn't do marketing in healthcare until the mid to late 80s. Prior to that, it was seen as unethical, something that that we certainly wouldn't want to do, to market our wares like we were selling pencils or used cars. So it really is kind of a newer part of our industry, marketing overall in the healthcare setting. Just kind of trying to get a basis for how marketing fits within our industry. We had a written assignment that hopefully everyone was able to do, didn't have issues with. You will see these types of assignments through some of the class. I'm not sure. I think there's at least one more like this. Unfortunately, in Turnitin, so these are Turnitin assignments, meaning that it runs your work through the plagiarism check. But I can't embed videos or documents, and I can only type a certain amount. It's fairly short. So sometimes you'll see assignments like this where there's the assignment itself and then the drop box is below it. So just be sure that I'm pretty sure I have it set up now where even if you clicked on this, it would take you here. But just be aware of that. And if you have any issues, let me know. Then we had our quiz. So I'll go over a few of the quiz questions, and then we'll take a look at week 2. Oops, I went too far already. Sorry about that. So let's take a look at a few of the quiz questions. So first question, a customer is one who uses the product or service purchased. And this is actually false. A customer is the person that buys it. So a customer is someone that buys a product or service. The consumer is the person that uses the product or service. So think about a pediatric practice. Pediatric practice, the parent is actually the customer. They are the one who is bringing, or the guardian or whomever. They are the one that is bringing the child there, and they are paying for the service. The consumer of the service is the child. So sometimes the customer and consumer are the same, but sometimes they're not. If I go to the store and buy groceries for my family, I am the customer of the store, but there's only two of us, but both of us are the consumers of the product because we're eating the food that we're making from the grocery store. So just be aware of that difference, customer versus consumer. Customer buys the product, consumer uses the product. Next question. Romer's model adds the political dimension to Anderson's economic, should be model, for understanding healthcare systems. This is actually, it's false. Romer's model is really kind of an overall model of healthcare organizations, the components of the healthcare system, and how they're interdependent with one another. So it's a more detailed model. Politics and the notion of government involvement in healthcare is part of the model, but it's not specifically adding a dimension to another person's model. And keep in mind that these are theorists. Some of you may, really like theory, get into theory. I find that, theorists. I'm not a big theory person. I think that there are theories. If we have theory that's put into practice, then I obviously I appreciate those types of things. But sometimes we create theory for the purpose of creating theory, and it can complicate things. So just be aware, Romer is a highly respected theorist in the healthcare industry, and be aware that his model is probably a really good understanding, or provide a really good understanding of how different aspects of the healthcare system are interdependent on one another. So our answer here was false. Next question. Sales promotion includes advertising, and that is also false. Sales promotion, when you think about the different aspects of marketing, we've got advertising, sales, promotion, like direct marketing. I'm trying to think of the ones that are listed in the book. But there's a multitude of them. Sales promotion is really about creating offers. So, hey, come down here today and get 10% off. That's sales promotion. Advertising, you might use advertising to get the word out about your promotion that you're having. When you watch advertisements on TV, hey, it's a 2 for 1 on pizzas or whatever. They're using advertising to share information about their sales promotions, but they are two separate aspects of the marketing industry. So much so that many places use advertising agencies to create advertising, whereas sales promotion is typically done from within. So just be aware that advertising is separate from sales promotion. They're different aspects of marketing in healthcare and in anything overall. So, which is not a skill of a marketing person? So, market research, yes. Pricing, marketing folks get involved in pricing because they are doing the research and understanding what prices the market can bear. Sales management, yeah, that's certainly a skill of marketing. Media control, however, is not. So, media relations, media involvement, that is a public relations person. And sometimes you'll have, and at some point in this class, and we may have already done it, I don't recall. I'm teaching a lot of classes this term, so they all kind of overlap. But public relations and marketing are sometimes within the same department. So we have a day in the life video from a gentleman from St. Clair Hospital, and they are a PR and marketing department. However, there are marketing people and there are public relations people, and they're usually not the same people unless it's a very, very small organization. So media control, not typically a known or needed skill of folks that work in marketing. So week 2, we're going to start to look at the industry overall and the environment in which the healthcare system lives. So we'll be talking about, how personal characteristics or how personal values or thoughts on things help to drive our decision making in healthcare. So we have a discussion about okay, what motivates you to buy or consume healthcare, etc. We have a written assignment that has this document here has slogans, a bazillion of them, different hospital slogans, and I want you to go through and identify 10 of them, and then tell me why. Identify 10 of them that are your favorites, and then tell me why. What stood out about that slogan? Why did you like that one as opposed to the other ones in there? So just to give you an idea of the types of things that would appeal to you, those are the types of things that you would also look to put in place for your organization. Then we have a quiz and then obviously this ed puzzle. So if you have any questions or having issues with anything, please just reach out and let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing everyone in the classroom this week. Thanks.